Hey everybody, it's Andy's Free Guitar Chart Videos here. I thought I'd put together another lesson, especially for some of my friends I'm reaching out around here. Cody Hale and Elizabeth Maynard, both playing this area here down in western North Carolina. And of course I want anyone who is following my videos or just finding these video, like, subscribe, tell your friends about Andy's Free Guitar Chart Videos on YouTube and the Facebook group Andy's Free Guitar Chart Videos. And let's see what why we're doing a lesson today is because I found I even found out a little bit more after watching like a Steve Stein video. You can tell he was younger in the video, so you know, I wanted to recapture some of that excitement, and we'll be talking about what influenced me and what inspired me to make the next chart. But we're going to talk about 540 some more before we go on to 541. Okay, so here's 540, blues note strings, root key of the blues, blues master key, and root key of the blues shadowing. And over here we got now the brand new chart I made this morning. I know for those of you who don't want to see piano, hey, don't be afraid of it. This could only make it easier, because if you have a piano nearby when you're writing a song or practicing, it's so helpful sometimes if you have someone who knows how to play piano, or if you know how to play piano, it's so helpful to help you learn how to play guitar. So I kind of know how to play both, and but my trumpeting has really fallen off in the past few years, but still, and my violin and my cello, really not too much in the past year, but in prior years I was playing trumpet and cello and the violin. We'll be getting back into that later on this year. So let's go ahead and look at 541, key of C pentatonic as the shadow blues pent key for blues in A major. Okay, so that's chart 541. We'll be talking about this primarily, but let's first, look at 540 again. And this is blues note strings. Okay, so the most important addition, post last lesson addition I made to this chart is over here. Okay, where I actually finally found out where these blues notes are, that in a way that I could get them every time. All right, so, and if I just tell you where they are, that's not going to help. But they are on the bottom of the small stack of three short. Okay, so the stack of three short, if we look at the drawing tool, we have here a pattern. This is a P4 pattern, and it means that it's all perfect fourths. So it's almost like the bottom four strings, the bottom meaning the low, the E, A, D, and G string. It's almost like as if you had a guitar, two guitars like that. So you see we have this right here. If you have this line right here, okay, it would be like this is the bottom four strings of one guitar, this is the bottom four strings of another guitar. That's how that would look. And so that's what a total P4 pattern is. Doesn't have the tuning third, so R goes to 4 in all cases. R to 4, R to 4. Okay, 5 to root is a fourth. 5, 6, 7 root. So what I figured out that in the stack of three short, okay, which is basically when we look at a root pent key one pattern, a root pent key pattern, okay, looking at 4, 5, 7 flat, root, 3 flat and 4. Here's our stack of 3 short. And then we have up here another stack of 3 short, same thing, just duplication to show that we've covered the pattern, and then it repeats. This would be a stack of 2 long right there, as in the bottom of the C box. Oh, but we have to okay that color. And well, I love the drawing tools. Right there. That's a stack of 2 short. So just remember, the blues note comes after we do the 2 long ones to the short one. The bottom of the 3 short ones. Let's look at a D. We've got a D-shaped C, and then we got a G-shaped F, and then we have an A-shaped G. Okay, so the G shape, we started on the D shape. The D shape, we can do it now. We still want on the one, it's going to be on the bottom of that square every time in all 3 positions, but the square moves around, okay, up and down. So in the D position, D-shaped C, okay, we're going to go right there. Here's your square. So the bottom of the square is on string 1. Okay, and also on string 6. Okay, that's our D position. And then we go to the G-shaped F. We're going to do a G pentatonic. So we got the top of a long left over. So we're starting like here on the 2nd position. Top of the long, and then we're going once again to the small square. See, just like D, except moved up 1 on the 4th. And we're going to do the blues note right at the bottom of the square in the G. Okay. Now, when we go to the A shape, okay, we're going to do an A pentatonic. What I was just playing, this is the blues note key. So that's where the blues notes are with the blues note key, okay, which is definitely related to the root key of the blues. But the root key of the blues, I'll show you. The root key of the blues is the blues note relatively is where the C is, right there, okay, where the C string shape is. And of course we want to do that in green. Okay, oh gosh, we got to okay that. Alright, so there it is. It's on the C string shape no matter what. It's just that the C string shape moves around. You see? Bad choice of words there, right? But the C string shape moves around, but with the root key of the blues, it's going to be on the C string shape. Now, we don't usually play the blues note when we're doing the blues root key. So we got, but it's right here. So we'd go, there's the blues note. I have a loose blues key. It's right there. It's the flatted 5th. Okay, so I don't know if I'm going to keep that part of part 1 where we did find the blues note. So my apologies. That what we were doing, that 1 4 5 we were doing, that's if we're in the key of the blues. So what is the D shape, the key of the blues? What key of the blues is the D shape? Okay, let's exit. So the D shape is obviously it would be for the C box, because I happen to know that, because the key of the blues is 1 pent shape up, pentatonic scale, C D E G A. So for C root key, the key of the blues is D. Okay, so then that's if we were playing the blues in C. So that's why we didn't have to really finger bar it at all. That was just an exercise for me. We're doing the C blues. Okay, that's your C7. The key of the blues is going to be D. Then we do R. Alright, because that blues note is on the C string shape. 3, 4, 5. Right there. Here's your C string shape. And your D key of the blues is right here. And here's our little box now. And lo and behold, not only is it in the correct place for what we discussed with where is the blues note, also it's on the C string shape of the root key of the blues, okay, which is part of this bigger S2L here. Okay, so that's what it is. So we've got D, G, and A for the root key of the blues with that blues note. Now the other two notes in the blues scale you get for free, and I know I've said this many times in my previous lessons. You get it for free because the way we derive the D Pent Blues is we take a C, we take it and we change it to a C minor 7th. That gives us two of the blues notes. Okay, and then we look at that C minor 7th is the relative 6th of D flat. Then we're going